Google paid $3.2 billion for a thermostat. Yeah, 3.2 billion with a B. Meanwhile, a product that generated international hype and media coverage just flopped. What was the difference between the two products? It ultimately comes down to two approaches every entrepreneur must face. If you choose the wrong one for your startup, it will get killed right there. But if you choose the right one, your startup can do wonders. You might be curious about what these two approaches are. So let me tell you exactly what they are. Every business, idea, or product is made from two approaches. The first approach is that you find a real world problem and then you find a solution to it. And the second way is that you make a brilliant solution and then you find the market or the users who will use that product. The first type of innovation is known as pull innovation, and the second is known as push innovation. Now, let me explain what both of these mean in detail. So, let's start with pull innovation. Pull innovation is a type of innovation where you start with a real problem. The market pulls a solution out of you. Lindsay Stewart, a TV news producer, was constantly losing time trying to get video footage of the field. It was very slow and very expensive. To fix that problem, she built an app named Stringer, which connected news outlets with freelance videographers on the ground. This allowed the news outlets to get information very quickly, as these freelance videographers used to upload the information the moment something important happened. This fixed a major pain point that Lindsay Stewart and many other news outlets had. Take Tony Fadell for example. He was just building his dream home when he noticed that thermostats were confusing, ugly, and stuck in the past. He didn't set out to start a new company. He just wanted to fix something that caused frustration. That frustration led to Nest, a sleek thermostat brand which was sold to Google for $3.2 billion. Did you notice the pattern? Both Tony Fadell and Lindsay Stewart started with the problem they had personal experience with. That's the power of pull. The need already exists. You don't have to convince anyone that the problem is real. This led to two brilliant solutions leading to huge companies. Now let's move on to the second type of innovation. Push innovation starts the opposite way. It starts with a breakthrough, like an invention, a discovery, or a new product. And then you find the users and markets you want to target with that specific product. Dean Kamen built a self-balancing robotic wheelchair for disabled people. From that technology, he built a scooter named the Segway. The world went crazy for it. Media coverage and huge expectations. The only problem with this brilliant technology was that it never really solved a problem that people really felt the need to pay for. The Segway scooters were expensive, had regulatory issues, and eventually cheap electric scooters did the job better. This is a perfect example for brilliant solution but wrong problem. Now we look into another example related to push innovation. The second example is about the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers didn't want to disrupt the travel industry. They just wanted to fulfill their obsession of flight. Their curiosity led to the discovery of the aeroplane, which led to the creation of a completely new industry, the aviation industry, one of the biggest in human history. This example portrays the power of push innovation at its best. Push innovation also has many disadvantages. The point where most push innovators go wrong is that they tend to fall in love with their invention and stop listening to customers. At a point, they end with a sophisticated solution to a problem nobody really has or is willing to pay for. It also leads to destruction of many startups. Take the example of Segway. Even if you're starting with groundbreaking technology, you have to ask this: who needs this and why would they purchase this? If you don't have an answer for that, even the best inventions can fail. At the end, it doesn't matter what you choose. If you choose pull innovation or push innovation, what matters at the end is that you're solving something real in the world that people actually care for and actually pay for. The world's biggest companies have been built both ways. The ones that failed forgot about the customer. If this video made you understand how ideas were born, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.